So here's the thing, right? Nero, that Roman emperor who supposedly fiddled while Rome burned, yeah, he didn't do that. In fact, I don't even think he played the fiddle. However, he was open to the possibility that Rome could burn, and when Rome burned, he took maximum advantage. Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. This is Pradeep and you're watching Vlog of Note. In this video, we're going to be talking about 3 ticking time bombs that could affect your portfolio in 2023. Let's get started. So first of all, usual disclaimer here, I'm not a SEBI registered expert or a certified financial planner. In fact, there are only 1,300 registered investment advisors in India. I am a person who has made a reasonable amount of money by investing in the stock market. So if you want to make any investments in the stock market, you should do your own market research. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's talk about the Indian stock market, specifically the Sensex, which is an index in India similar to the S&P 500, recently touched an all-time high of 63,000 points. How amazing is that? Well, less than 2 years back, it was about 25,000 points. So yeah, we're doing pretty well as an economy, or at least as a stock market. Now, the optimist that I am, I couldn't help but wonder, why is the Sensex so high despite COVID? Remember, in March of 2020, the Sensex fell by over 3,900 points or 13%, its largest single day fall ever because of COVID and the lockdowns. And I don't think COVID is behind us. The Sensex is at 63,000 points despite Russia invading Ukraine. In February of 2022, the Sensex fell by over 2,700 points or over 5%. And I don't think the Ukrainian war is behind us. The Sensex touched 63,000 points despite US Fed rate hikes and the strengthening US dollar. US Fed has hiked rates over 6 times this year alone, and the US dollar has strengthened from 73 rupees a dollar to over 81 rupees a dollar in just 1 year. Every time the US Fed increases their interest rates, people sell Indian securities and they invest them in the US bond market. So the Indian securities market should go down. Basically, we are at an all-time high and I can't help but wonder why. Now, let's jump into the video. The first thing that could affect your portfolio in 2023 is basically something I call the BNPL effect, or the buy now, pay later craze. Over the world, people are seized by this craze where they buy goods now and they pay for them later in easy monthly interest-free installments. Basically, the merchant pays. The buy now, pay later craze can best be understood in January of 2021 when Affirm, a pure play buy now, pay later company started by Max Levchin, one of the co-founders of PayPal, went public on the US stock market, and they basically popped by over 80% on the first day of trading to trade at about $90 a stock. Fast forward to September of 2021 and PayPal, extremely large fintech company, basically acquired Payday of Japan, a buy now pay later company, for $2.7 billion in stock and cash. This coincided with Square's acquisition of Afterpay for over $29 billion. That's also a buy now pay later platform. Fast forward to November of 2022 and Cyber Monday, the US tech-focused shopping holiday, saw record sales of $11.3 billion in a single day. That's 5% up from previous year, despite inflation, despite the economy not being good, and also buy now, pay later saw an increase of 120% from a comparable period. Basically, people are buying goods at record rates and they're conserving cash by buying now, paying later. Will they pay back later? Well, Affirm, the stock, traded at $90. Now it's at about $13.9. The second thing that could impact your portfolio in 2023 is something I like to call the Airbnb effect. Airbnb basically went public on the US stock market in December of 2020 at about $150. They popped by over 100% on their first day of listing. What's more, also at that time, they saw a 50% increase in the number of people who were searching for less densely populated long-term rentals, basically for remote work. And obviously, people wanted to take advantage of this increased demand. They started to buy vacation homes so that they could Airbnb them. And because this is America, they started to take vacation home loans. Now, vacation home loans saw an 88% increase from pre-pandemic levels in January of 2022. And by the mid of this year, they had crashed to just 13% over pre-pandemic levels. Fast forward to November of 2022, and the US housing market saw its sharpest decline at over 32% year over year. What's happening here? Well, people try to take advantage of increased demand on Airbnb by taking out vacation home loans, and then when the demand went down, they had to foreclose their homes and the US housing market is crashing. Will this affect your portfolio in 2023? Well, Airbnb stock was at $150 and now it's trading at about $100. The third thing that could affect your portfolio in 2023 is, well, China. Xi Jinping of China started to make himself dictator for life in 2018, and in 2022 he basically succeeded. He had an unprecedented third term. Now, Xi Jinping has a deal with the Chinese people. He will give them economic security and he will take away their personal freedom. This seems to have worked just fine till we hit COVID. China has a zero COVID policy, unlike you and me. When we say we want to end COVID, we mean it as a catchphrase. But when China says zero COVID, they mean zero COVID. The Winter Olympic cars were actually painted red, and if they had a road accident, the people of China were prevented from helping them because they could get COVID. Also, last month, a 4-month-old baby girl died because her father couldn't take her to the hospital because of lockdowns. And just last month, over 10 people were burned alive because the fire department couldn't reach them because of lockdowns. When they say lockdowns in China, they mean they will weld your doors shut. The people of China are frustrated and they are protesting for the first time since 1989. This will impact the global economy. Nowhere is this more obvious than in the case of Apple's iPhones. Apple lost over 6 million iPhones because of the lockdowns and zero COVID issues in China. Also, 3 out of 4 iPhones in the world are made in China. The China Plus One strategy sounds like a great move, but it will take several years to take effect. Basically, about 3 million iPhones are made in India and over 200 million iPhones are made in China. So there you have it, 3 hidden things that could affect your portfolio in 2023. It's always best to be prepared as an investor. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please go over to YouTube, subscribe to the Vlog of Note channel, ring that notification bell so that you never miss a video, and I will see you guys in the next episode.